Mark and Joyce, sad story. This picture is from Wednesday when a 7-month-old bear cub was hit by a vehicle on Duthie Hill Road in Sammamish. The cub was severely injured and later died. The Washington Department of Fish and Wildlife says another bear was hit and killed on Highway 18 in Auburn that same day. This is a time of year when it's getting dark out earlier. Bears and other wildlife can be difficult to spot on the roads. Bear sightings are also becoming more common as more people move to neighborhoods close to bear habitats, especially on the east side. There are a few quick steps you can take tonight to help prevent run-ins with bears in bear-prone neighborhoods. The first is just take down the bird feeders until November. By then, bears should be settling down to hibernate for the winter. And this is probably the most important message throughout the entire year, not just now in the fall. Keep garbage bins in a garage or a shed, not out in the open. Bring the garbage cans to the curb the morning of pickup to minimize the amount of time that those bins are sitting out in the open, potentially enticing bears to come by and see what's inside. I spoke with Western Wildlife Outreach. It's a group that educates people about coexisting with animals.
The thing is, everybody has to take part in this. If one neighbor is putting their garbage cans out and leaving them unsecured, but all the other 12 neighbors nearby are being good citizens, that one garbage can still attract in bears. So it really takes a community.
Just today, the Department of Fish and Wildlife told me that someone in Sammamish called to report a bear in their garage. If you do live in a bear-prone neighborhood, consider getting one of these. They're heavy-duty, bear-resistant trash containers, which make it more difficult for bears to get inside and eat that garbage. Talk with your waste management company to see what kind of products they offer. Back to you guys.